Hey there, it's Nikos M. Welcome to our weekly Forex Forecast. That's the last forecast for this month, April, and we're going to focus on some, main trending pairs, but also talk about GBP related pairs because we had some nice bounces and breakouts last week. And I want to mention something about the Euro CHF. So I would say let's just start. The Euro US dollar, our classic pair, did break our horizontal support. It was ranging for a while and is now moving down. So on our weekly chart, the 36 EMA in combination with some previous highs up here is support, and price did already react a little bit. You can see on the weekly chart it's a powerful uptrend, but still we have a big or good potential of some more down moves here. If we check our daily chart, we see it really went down the last week, and what we're expecting now, we had already our first setup, short setups, a little bit steep ones below our previous support, and now we see the retracement. Right now it's actually the markets just opened, and it's Sunday night, and therefore we don't have much volatility. It's also, as I said, Monday. It's not exactly the best day to trade always, but of course it's a great day to do the approach and be ready for the trades this week. So for day traders, because price did already move very steeply here, and the next target would be this horizontal support line here, coming actually from the daily in combination with the 200 EMA. So that actually means our price could actually move a little bit lower. Here's the 200 previous resistance and support areas. So if the volatility is there and price wants to move down, then this will be your target. Now on the 4 hourly, as I said, you want to wait for the price to retrace either to the 12 and bounce here, right here, or maybe the extension of this line. Let me draw it a little bit differently. It's more or less the same area, as you can see, 12 EMA. So if price bounces here, we can check for short trades in this area and then target this area down here. But I would suggest you do this only as a day trader, not a swing trader. That means like using maybe the 1 hourly chart in combination with a 15-minute chart. Look for bounces here and then trade the shorts. If that doesn't happen, you're not interested in any trades, make sure you have enough volatility. Of course, you can also use your Renko charts and do your M6, M3 combinations, etc. to get in here. New Zealand dollar US dollar is a very interesting one. Remember, we had our nice big short move. It did break horizontal support and it's still moving lower. So long-term targets. We had also our trade of the day here, of the week, last week, reaching this area. By the way, if you have any open trades that you want to share with us, send them over to me. If you have one that you think could be qualified for the trade of the week, just let me know. I'm happy to post it in some videos. So here now we are waiting for the 4 hourly retracement. We didn't have any retracements here. It was just a big steep move to the downside, but now we have the first break of a volatility trend line, and it looks like price wants to take a breather and retrace a little bit more. So that means if we get our first daily candle, price could actually go up about 50, 60, even 100 points to find the previous horizontal support, which will act as resistance close also to the 600 and 200 EMA. But we don't know that yet. So far it's trying to break resistance, but it's kind of, if you check the 1 hourly chart, it looks like a double top in this area. So we need to wait for a 1 to 3 above here on this 1 hourly chart, and then we can start focusing on bigger retracements against the main trend. Okay, you can also do this using our Renko chart strategies. Again, here you can see how powerful and easy it was to trade, especially when the trend is very strong. So the 36 EMA is our guiding trend line EMA, and price did actually move below that until Friday evening. So since then it's above, and if we get a high low, we can trade the longs here as well. So you know how that works. Look for your M6 M3 combinations, or first M6 after the trend line break, and then target areas of resistance. The next one, you see the Australian dollar US dollar reacts the same way. It did break, of course, our powerful the trend line coming from here, and there is enough space for the price to reach the next areas of support down here, even down here. But right now it is also retracing, and looking back, important remember is to see how the price moves on the chart. So if we see a 200 pips retracement, and then like, oops, sorry, we had a move of about 250 points again, another retracement of 150, 160 points. Now price didn't move again over 200. So it would be only logical if price would retrace once again, trying to reach resistance. But of course, right now we can just assume. So what we do, we look at our charts, we draw our trend lines. We don't want to, just use our fantasy and trade. We always have to look what the market and price, what those are really doing. And right now they are retracing. So again, on the 1 hourly chart, we would need a retracement, a sign that something is going to change. So we need like a 1, 2, 3, a retracement. We need the price to breathe in and breathe out, and we need the volatility. So it needs to look good on the charts for us to actually trade. So be prepared. Maybe today, Monday, maybe Tuesday, we have some volatility and we can trade the retracement. In case it doesn't work out on this or any other pair, of course, we still follow the main short trend. So if the retracements, the longs don't work out, or there is no setup, we immediately reverse and trade with the direction of the main trend with low risk money management, because because we are very late in a very powerful trend already on those pairs, right? Behaviors. Let's talk a little bit about GBP pairs or GBP related pairs. All those did bounce and retrace last week. You can see GBP US dollar, GBP Canadian dollar. We have reactions on those pairs. Some are faster, steeper, some are slower, but they all react and created lower lows and move down. GBP CHF, we have the same behavior on all of those pairs. You see they look almost the same. So now what we have to do is, if you want to trade the shorts because price is coming out of a range or it's bouncing on resistance, make sure you don't trade all of the pairs at once. Check if you have, in this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 GBP pairs that I have on my watch list. If you have 6 or even more, and you know that they react or they do the same thing more or less, choose only the pair that looks best, that has the best reaction, the best looking setup, the biggest target. Or if you want to trade 2 or 3 of them, split the risk between them so you don't expose your trading account to too much risk. It's very important. We don't want to do cowboy trading. We want to do low risk trading and therefore make nice profits in a relaxed way. For example, GBP USD did break the line. Support is kind of close coming from the weekly chart. So what to do if we don't have any nice retracements, at least on the lower time frames? We don't want to trade. You just need to draw a trend line and say, okay, where is my resistance? That's here. So price has actually to retrace back to that, breathe out, find a resistance line, bounce on it or break it. In the case of the shorts, we want a bounce, and then we look for short setups to target the next area of support in this case. So if that looks nice, we trade, but we trade in the right area, in the profit zone, not in the middle of nowhere, right? The same goes for GBP CAD. If you start drawing your trend lines like this, you know where your support is. So if you want in short, because you know the trend line, the trend line has broken on the daily chart, and we hit the range, and now on the 4-hourly chart you can see all those nice touches and the bounces on major resistance. Every time price came back, it bounced. So okay, you know that here it's way too late to get in. You have to wait for the price to retrace. Maybe this previous support will act as resistance, and then we look for some short trades to target the support area with low risk trades, like always. Do the same on the GBP, JPY, GBP CHF. It's the same story. GBP CAD, wherever you do it, make sure you find a setup before price is coming back to this area. So you need the retracement somehow on the lower time frames if you want the 4-hourly, 1-hourly. Then look for the setups and target the support line that is so powerful coming from the daily and the weekly chart. GBP Aussie, here we have the range. It's the same story. Wait for setups. Here it's very close, so I would be careful in this pair, and so on, right? What about the CADCHF? We had already those powerful bounce on the weekly. Many of our members are long still, and the question is, should I stay or should I go, right? No, you have to stay in with a remaining position. It's a win-win scenario. You already had the retracement. You can draw a line close to this to support and the retracements, so you have a volatility line. As long as the price is staying above here, only longs. You can use your day trading strategies. Wait for the retracements. Right now you see it's very slowly. It's looking funny on the 1-hourly. So if it's retracing back to here, it's a good extension. Then you can look for new bounces and get back in. To target, of course, the weekly resistance line, or this channel resistance. It's late in the trend, therefore I would suggest you look at it as a day trade, swing trading combination. A quick USDN. We did already a lot of pairs, but just quickly, I know many of you like this pair. It did break that, but it's also coming back now to here, so this might act as resistance, this line. If not, and price does retrace back to here, then you know where your resistance, powerful resistance area is. If it's bouncing here in this area, of course you have then a daily short, a weekly short, 1, 2, 3, and you can start looking for shorts again to target the previous low here, or even the lows down here on this pair. One quick thing I want to mention on the Euro CHF. Look at the monthly. I guess many of you remember 2014 when price just crashed and some brokers had to close their doors. 3,500 pips during the day, and since then it retraced fast, created a higher low, and is back where it was. So it's in the area of the 1.20 area, and that's the area where the banks in Switzerland said they will really try to defend this area, and price is there right now. So you have to check your daily chart, and you can see price has trouble breaking this area. So we want to be careful when we trade the Euro CHF. See what happens in this area. Don't be scared, just be careful. If it's coming out of this range, you can start, trading it, or you might want to wait and see. I'm not trading this pair too much, but this is a very interesting area, so pay attention, please. Also, the Australian dollar, US dollar, as I mentioned for the Renko bar traders, if you look at your M3 settings, you see already that you got your trend line breaks, and you got the first 1, 2, 3s on the Renko charts, and price is retracing. But remember that you have your previous highs up here. So on M6, this is resistance. You really would like to see maybe an M6, a setup, a 1, 2, 3 before going long on the Renko charts also. Okay, so that was it for today, for Sunday. Let's see how things unfold during the week. If we have something really great, I will update you. If you have a powerful trade you want to share with me, send it over. I'm happy to mention it and analyze it for you as well. Yeah, and if you think what we do here is good for you and it's helpful, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We're happy to have you here. Also, if you have any comments or questions, you can write them below the video, and we'll get back to you for sure. Also, you can send us an email if you have any other questions regarding any workshops, courses, or programs. Okay. So far so good. Have a great week. Like always, happy and healthy trading. Bye for now.